second chase race of the season is here at Auto Club for the Sony 300 under the lights. We're going to see 3, 4, maybe even 5 wide racing here today. On the pole is the 6'6" is the Lord Delano. 2 are outside the A7 Roland Cook, a chaser. And third you have Jake Galloway. 4th is Roland Emmerich, and running out the top 5, Christian Parker. Then 6th is John Gambit. 7th is John West. 8th, Jennifer Beeford trying to extend her points lead. She has a huge points lead already and is pretty well above the bubble. 9th is Jim Gambit, running out the top 10 of Colton Yo. Then for the rest of the field, you have Michael Sanders and Wyatt Walker. Then there's Jonathan Beeford and Joe Sandrovich. Tim Randolph and Adam McDowell holds the bubble spot right now. They have Gatlin Downey and Jason Larker. James DeKerlgan and Justin Zidell. Then there's TJ Hanley and Michael Ferris, Patrick Smith and Steve Larker. Then you have Hunter Powers and Alexander Rowe, Alex Stewart and Justin Heath. Then there's Code Luigi and Steve Morgan, Jeff Bright and Jonathan Raines, Juan Garcia and Luke Rainey, and Levi Shillings and Joe Jefferson, Jay Jefferson, Isaac Nichols, Eli Bright and Jose Fernandez. Then rounding up the field 5 row, Max Harrison in the 04 with Diego Yepes and the 41-2 is outside. There's your starting lineup here at Auto Club. However, starting positions mean nothing at this track. You can go from 42nd to 1st in about 3, 4, 5 laps. Let's go down to track and get the command to fire the engines.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
All right, boys, pace and rhythm all day today. Driver's compartment, crew chief, pit crew. Pace and rhythm all day, that's all we need.
And all 42 cars are off the starting grid here at Auto Club for what's going to be one wild, insane, and fun race. The closest Target Series margin of victory happened here in season number, what was it, season 3, season 2, one of those 2 seasons. And it was Tommy Turbo battling with Cynthia Bright, so it was season 2. Battled side by side down to the stripe, 6,000ths of a second, the margin of victory. Will we see something like that here tonight? We'll find out after 23 laps. Pace cars in. Delano has control of the start with a non-chaser behind her. As up front, a chaser and a non-chaser on the front, at least a green flag. We're racing green flag at Auto Club. Alright, fanning out 3 and 4 wide down the backstretch. Chasers already making their way towards the front. They want to lead lap and get a bonus point. That's something that maybe the 60 of Michael Sanders right there in the inside lane wants to do here. A bonus point because he's outside the chase bubble as of now. They come off turn number 4, lap 1. John West, Michael Sanders battling to get back in front. West on the outside will lead lap 1. Sanders in second. Sandrovich down to the bottom lane third. He has the run entering turn 1 for the race lead. TJ Hanley in the 44 there. Jim Gambit, one last race. He's there in the bottom lane. He's second right now as they go through 1 and 2 and off of 2. And Jim Gambit looking to go 2 in a row here, trying to spoil those chasers' party. If a chaser wins, they're automatically in round 2. If they don't win, they have to be holding their breath until the final race of this round. So, you know, these non-chasers really want to get a victory here and make sure that those drivers are not resting easy come this final race of the round. Patrick Smith now out front. Here comes Alexander Rowe, a chaser, trying to get those bonus points that we mentioned for leading laps. He's to the bottom lane, but here comes John Gambit. He abandons to the bottom lane. That 38 car coming fast. Justin Heath, the chaser. Code Luigi just missed down the chase. He's down the bottom lane. He's coming up. He had a great Phoenix, well, not really a great Phoenix race there. 4 wide for the race lead. Code Luigi all the way to the bottom lane. Jeff Brent, the 5, pushing him forward. They're forward by, oh, crash in the middle of the pack. Smith goes upside down. The whole field stacked up. Smith still sliding on the roof and gets hit by Max Harrison. The 09 still on his lid and into turn 3. Oh, the 04 gets flipped by the 4. Oh my gosh, cars flying in. Jennifer Beeford, your points leader involved. Gatlin Downey, a chaser. Roland Cook, cars still sliding in there. 2 teammates. There's Tim Randolph, Jay Jefferson the 1, Jim Gambit, Jake Galloway, the big one, and about the whole field taken out. Did Shultz get away there? See the 15. I don't know if he has damage or not. Don't even know who got back in front. So many cars were crashed there. Code Luigi back in front. Jeff Bright in second. How about these chasers? Isaac Nichols, Eli Bright, Adam McDowell, Justin Heath. All up in this front pack. They may have escaped big contact in the back of the pack. There's Steve Larker with his damage. I don't see many drivers without damage. Michael Sanders has some scuffs. Lord Delano, your pole sitter in it. Levi Shultz, if he can get stopped, and hopefully the cars behind him get stopped. I think he's actually fine. I don't see much damage there. Jonathan Beeford has a ton of damage. Gatlin Downey has damage. Roland Cook with so much damage. Alexander Rowe with damage. Tim Randolph coasting around. There's Jennifer Buford with a ton of damage. Her day's done. TJ Hanley, Michael Ferris, all these drivers' days are done. Colucci out front as cars with damage coming down pit road. Let's see what happened. Steve Larker spun around the middle of the pack, and it was on from there. Big crash at Auto Club, taking out most of the field. Just getting so very close. They come off turn number 2. They're 4x4x4. We knew something was going to happen. Right there, McDowell got down low into the 7. Nichols, who comes up and gets them, and then they really just start spinning all around. The 52 goes around. The 09 gets squished in the wall and upside down for Patrick Smith. He rolls, or he just slides all the way down the backstretch. Jim Gammett, some others go down low, and Steve Larker gets away. But look at the middle of the pack and how stacked up everyone is. Fernandez takes a spin. Then the 09 gets up by the 04 there. Smith rolling around still on his lid, and then this is where it's going to get interesting here. Some cars coming in, TJ Hanley and some others, and Hanley gassing up trying to get away, and Max Harrison right there, nowhere to go. The 04 gets flipped. Here comes Joe Jefferson into the 44. Here, oh my god, the 04 got hit by Jennifer Buford. Juan Garcia gets through the middle of it. Smith then right there ends up back on all 4 wheels. Here comes Michael Ferris in the 18. He'll get a piece after hitting the 62. Here comes some other cars into it. Watch the 20 right there. Joe Sandroge, his teammate Hunter Powers there. Jay Jefferson in the grass. Jim Gammett. There's Tim Randolph hitting the 20 into the 1. So many cars involved in that one. Yeah, it was just such a big crash. So many cars involved. Look at how massive this is. See Patrick Smith upside. Look at all the cars, man. Joe Jefferson had it missed. What a great job by Joe Jefferson. Even Jennifer Buford, they'll miss the crash. Then they were involved in the second crash. There's Colton Young, the 2 with damage. Yeah, tough break for the drivers that had missed the really big part of the crash, and then they were involved in the second part. We'll go on board with a few chasers. We won't have time to go on board with all of them. First, let's go on board Jennifer Buford in the 62. She got spun around, but minimal damage, but then gets involved in the second crash, as we mentioned. Oh, Gatlin Downey got spun. Yeah, Downey also went around at the same time, so there were basically 2 starts to that crash. You can see right there, Jeffrey did a great job. Gets it going straight again. Maybe just some side damage. Not really any front or rear end damage, I wouldn't believe. And oh man, the 04 came right down. Nowhere for Jennifer to go there. Luckily, she had those chase points. She had a great result at Phoenix as well, so she has a big points lead. She can definitely have a bad race and still be able to make the next round. Gatlin Downey has an on board. He goes for a spin. He got some pretty heavy contact there to multiple ends of his race car. Oh, right there, really the most. I just want to go on board with one more chaser, and that's Levi Shultz in the 15, because I believe he's actually able to miss this without any contact with any other car. You can see he's at the back of the pack, really at the back with Jay Jefferson. Let's see if the 1 also made it through. Because I know he was down the grass, but I don't know if he got hit. Shultz hits right, oh yeah, I don't know how much damage that is, but he gets it going away, and then as they start spinning, crashing, and flipping in front of him, he's able to just sneak on by, make it. So, not much damage there. Shultz is above the cut line. This could really help him extend his gap over the cut line. So, Colucci in the 32, Mr. Chase looking for his first Target Series win. He's back in front here at Auto Club. They stay on the racetrack. Colucci leads back to the green flag. We're coming back a little early because we have a lot of retirees going back green. Lap number 8, Colucci out front. From that crash, Joe Sandroge, Joe Jefferson are out. Jeff Buford, the first chaser to finish 40th. So that's a tough break for her. Definitely going to use up all her chase points with this race. You also have the 04 Max Anderson, the 18 of Michael Ferris. There's TJ Hanley, Tim Randolph, Patrick Smith, Diego Yepes, and Roland Emmerich. So surprisingly, from that big crash and how many chasers we saw, only 1 is out, and that's Jennifer Buford. 32 cars left on the lead lap in the race. Colucci has the lead for this restart. Jeff Bright second, then Isaac Nichols third, Justin Heath fourth, and Eli Bright fifth. That's 3 Junior Motorsports cars inside the top 5, all 3 of them. Then 6th, you have Adam McDowell. 7th is Luke Rainey. 8th is Jonathan Rains. 9th, Steve Morgan. 10th, Alex Stewart. There's a car with damage, Michael Sanders, but it's minimal damage. I don't know how he's going to get going. Shultz has some damage. Shouldn't be too bad. Jonathan Buford, chaser with damage. There's Jay Jefferson. He missed the crash, we think. The 01 James Kurgan has damage. Roland Cook. There's the 52, the 82, and then John Gambit set to restart inside the top 10, but had some sort of issue that 38 had to come down with 1 lap to green. So restart lap 8, Colucci out front, Jeff Bryant second. They come down to the restart zone. We're back racing. Green flag is back in the air. Heath pulls high. They're 3 wide already for the 4th position. And McDowell goes all the way to the bottom lane. And the front 2 stay single file as Isaac Nichols in the 7 looks high and teammate Jeff Bright. Nichols with the big crossover to get underneath 5 of Bright. They come off to turn number 2 and down the backstretch. McDowell forced side by Luke Rainey, who's wants to win this season. He wants something to go right. Went right at Watkins Glen. He's looking for another one this season. He's going for 4th. It could be for 3rd as Jeff Bright in the 5 is still up top as Nichols looks for the race lead. He wants that bonus point to lead the lap. Yeah, Nichols has a good run as long as Luke Rainey doesn't really do anything to try and hurt it. Rainey goes to the bottom lane, but Nichols, I think, is far enough ahead to lead the lap. Nichols gets a bonus point. That's going to be big for his chase chances. Extend the lead over the cutoff. Luke Rainey takes the racing to turn 1. Alex Stewart to 2nd, and Steve Morgan up to 3rd. Some cars trying to cling onto the back of this pack, get that draft, and get back up here. They definitely can. Rainey has gotten clear. He's pulling away, so they're battling for 2nd, Stewart and Morgan, but Stewart's going to try and get clear right there. He does with the big push from the 70, or with the big drafting up from the 70, giving the push to Rainey. And here comes Stewart for the race lead. And watch Steve Morgan's going to have a huge run with these guys being side by side at the stripe. I believe Stewart led by about a nose. That was about how it looked when Turbo and Bright came across the start-finish line in Season 2. So, definitely could happen here today. Look at Heath. He wants that point to lead the lap. He's going for the race lead. Coming to 14 laps to go, but he has Adam McDowell with the hard charge. McDowell also wants that point. He was on the bubble coming into this race. He's going 3 wide for the race lead to turn 3. And McDowell wants that point as well. I think he's going to have it here. He has a huge run off turn number 4. He might be able to get clear of Heath right here. 23 goes up high, and Adam McDowell, as long as he can beat Cole Luigi back, he'll get the point. He does. McDowell with the bonus point. Cole Luigi. Here comes Nichols. He's back up to the front. Eli Bright wants that bonus point. Yeah, Eli's pushing his teammate Nichols. Those two are in the chase. The Junior Motorsports teamwork happening. They want both their cars to advance into the next round, the round of 8. Down the backstretch, the best way to get that would be for Eli to get a bonus point right here. Even though he's in with those chase points they had after the bad race at Phoenix, you can never be too safe. You definitely want the every point you can get right there. And Eli to the inside, right now your top 3 are Junior Motorsports cars with Eli Bright leading, Jeff Bright in 2nd, and that's Junior Motorsports 3 wide. That is just such a sweet thing right there. At the stripe, I don't know who led. It might have been Jeff. No, Eli by what I would say is maybe an inch or 2. So Eli does get the point for leading the lap. I thought it was going to go to I thought Jeff was just going to steal that point right there. Oh! Car sideways. They were able to hold on to it, but my, that could be a crash. Fernandez gets clear to 2nd. Galloway's trying to cling on to the back of this draft. As look at them. Hurry. There's still 4 wide. There's only about 12 cars in this pack. And there's not many cars in this pack. I would wager about 12, 13 cars. Maybe not even that. Maybe about 10 cars. Let's see the last car across the stripe that time with Christian Parker in the 40. He's currently being scored in the 12th position. So there are 12 cars in this pack. Jake Galloway 13th, Levi Jones 14th, Jay Jefferson 15th, trying to catch up, but they would need a caution for that to happen. We're coming to 10 laps to go, so chance of a caution running out. McDowell up to 2nd. Here comes John Threens in the 9. Can he get to the bottom lane? Or can McDowell keep that 2nd position? He's going to be going for the race lead in turn 3. McDowell with a big run. He's going to try and get that bonus point. Jonathan Rains in the 9 with a run. He's to the back bumper, that's 16. And right now it's going to be a 12-car battle for the win in case the caution comes out. McDowell with the race lead. 10 laps of racing to go. 20 miles left. Rains in the 9 for the race lead. He's challenging. Here comes the 7 of Isaac Nichols back. And Luke Ray in the 70 as well. Eli Bright in the 88 back to the bottom lane. As they come down the backstretch. Nichols in the 7 with a push from Luke Rainey. He's going to get clear, but can Rainey make the move to the bottom lane right here? He stays in line for now. That might allow Eli Bright to the bottom lane. So it could be, once again, a Junior Motorsports 1-2. They've had some pretty good cars in the race trim. They all qualified poorly, but their race trim cars in the draft looking pretty good, pretty sporty right now. Jeff Bright's looking 4 wide inside the top 5. And Jeff wants to get back up there with his teammates. Just once again, Junior Motorsports side by side for the race lead. Both of them are in the chase. Once again, down the backstretch, might be a Junior Motorsports 1-2-3. As Jeff Bright, the 5 has a run, but Luke Rainey's going to get clear with the draft. He's pushing that 7 of Nichols. He stays up top. Even though he had the run, he stayed up top. He did not make it 3 wide to the bottom lane. And once again, Eli Bright will grab the race lead. Nichols way up the racetrack. Luke Rainey through the middle lane got a pretty good run right there. But Jeff Bright, the 5 now has a run on Eli Bright. He has a push from Jose Fernandez. 8 laps of racing to go. Yeah, Galloway's lost touch now. He's 13th. He would need a caution, as we've been mentioning, but a caution could definitely come out in this pack, but with only 12 cars, it could be very unlikely. However, there may be some lap traffic that they may catch. I don't know how far off pace these guys are. They're going 182 through the middle of the corners. That could be enough to have these guys catch. I don't know. I think they will, though. These guys barely letting off down to 195. Those guys down 182, they will definitely catch them. Heath back to the front. Alex Stewart in the 39 to the bottom lane. He's challenging for the race lead. As Nichols in the 7th found his way back down to the bottom lane. He's going for 3rd. I've been mentioning, like, all these chasers. How about Jeff Bright? He missed the chase, right? He's a 2-time champion of this series. And I was actually looking back on it. Some big records, some big streaks could be broken this season. TJ Hanley, Jay Jefferson, Jeff Bright have all won in every Target Series season. All 3 of them are looking for their first victory this season. If they do not win, all 3 of those streaks have been broken. So Jeff currently is the best shot for that to happen, as TJ's out of the race and Jay has lost the draft. Jeff is right now currently scoring the 12th position, but with lap traffic looming, anything can happen. Anyone in this pack can win this race still. Nichols is still the one out front, controlling all 4 lanes that are coming behind him. Luke Ray in the 70. He thinks he wants to get up here. He was screwed by lap traffic last night, so he knows what it's like. He knows where he wants to be and where he doesn't want to be. Luke is now side by side with Nichols down the backstretch, challenging for that race lead into turn 3, coming to 5 laps to go, which means if they get to the stripe, if the yellow comes out, the race is over, and Luke Rainey clears Nichols. He's going to have control of where he wants to go in lap traffic, unless, of course, Eli or Jeff jump to his inside. You want to be on the inside lane, possibly, depending on where you catch these drivers. 5 to go. If the yellow comes out, the race is over. Luke Ray in the 70 is out front, but Eli Brent, the 88, coming to the bottom lane. When will they catch these drivers? If it's down the straightaways, you want to be down low, but if it's in the corners, the high side might be the place to be. Even down the straightaway, sometimes the high side might be the place to be. So we'll see. 3 wide. Here comes Justin Heath abandoning to the bottom lane. Jeff Bright side by side with teammate Nichols. Collusion in the 32, 3 wide. They're coming to 4 to go this time. When do they catch this lap traffic? Heath got tight through the middle right there to let off a little bit. They might catch them down the front stretch. And it looks like they appear they will. Where does Jeff go? Where does Heath go? Where does Eli go? Oh, they might catch him into the corner, which is going to be the worst case scenario for these drivers. Into the corner they catch. And no one with the advantage because they might get caught on the outside now. Oh, almost some contact there trying to get around. Jeff Bright's still down low. Heath is stuck in a box now. Luke Rainey as well. Jeff, though, is stuck as well. But he gets 3 and 4 wide to the bottom lane. Jeff Bright is out front coming to 3 laps to go. But he still has more lap traffic to deal with. Heath and Eli tried to get around the outside bird there. Alexander Rowe blocks them off. Jeff has gotten clear. Steve Morgan is up to 2nd. Adam McDowell 3rd. And Code Luigi and Jose Fernandez are in a side-by-side battle for 4th as Morgan looks for the race lead. 3 to go. 4 cars pull away as of now, but that traffic could definitely propel 5th on back together. Steve Morgan clears. He clears Jeff Bright. Adam McDowell trying to get a win to advance into the next round. He's 3rd, looking for 2nd. But Jeff, after drafting up, he might be able to stay clear right here. They have to get lined up for him to get by that 99. But here comes Jeff once again. He's coming back. Fernandez goes up the track. He's 4th. Coluigi 5th. Christian Parker 6th. Nichols, Rainey, Stewart, Heath, and Bright. 2 to go. Jeff Bright for the race lead. This is going to help Adam McDowell, Coluigi, and some of the others out. McDowell's right in the back of these guys, but if they get double or triple file, it's going to help Coluigi out. McDowell goes up high. Gets low on Steve Morgan. The 32 and the others have a huge run down the backstretch. They're coming to see the white flag this time. Jeff Bright trying to extend his winning streak in the Target Series. But Adam McDowell trying to advance. He's to the bottom lane with Coluigi. He wants vengeance from missing the chase. Coming to the white flag. They're side by side. 6 cars to settle it. Unless the 39 of the others can catch up. White flag one more time around. Coluigi and Adam McDowell are side by side. But how does Luke Rainey and some of the others play into this? Into turn 1 for the final time. Coluigi is clear. He's out front. But can he block Luke Rainey and the others as they come off 2 down the backstretch? Rainey has a run down low, but does he have the drafting up to help him out? Going into turn 3 and 4 for the final time. It could be a side-by-side match as they go through 3. Luke Rainey to the bottom of Coluigi. He makes it stick down low. Rainey clears off a turn number 4. But can he lead them back to the checkers? He blocks Luigi up high. Driver's trying to get to him. Morgan down low. Luke Rainey blocks him. Luke Rainey wins the Sony 300. That was well-deserved. He had to do it against some of the best of the Target Series. He did it. His 2nd win of the season. And it was such a bad season it's been for Luke Rainey. He gets to victory lane as we had 11 cars there at the end as Jonathan Raines fell back from that lap traffic to about 5 seconds back. How about Luke Rainey? Last lap pass on Coluigi down the backstretch and he gets to victory lane in the Sony 300. Let's go check the finishing results and the chase standings. Here are the finish results from the Sony 300 Auto Club. There was one caution fight for 4 laps, that big crash that took out most of the field, and 18 lead changes among 11 different drivers. It was settled down to 11 drivers at the end, but Luke Ray brings home the victory over Steve Morgan in second. Colucci led the most laps of 5. He ends up third, still searching for his first Target Series victory. Adam McDowell in fourth, and Jose Fernandez in fifth. Then in sixth, you have Alex Stewart. Seventh was Justin Heath, Jeff Bryan eighth, Isaac Nichols ninth, and Christian Parker rounds out the top 10. So there's your top 20. Some other chasers. Eli Bradford starting 39th, ends up 11th, so great day for him. As Jonathan Beaver ends up 13th, Sanders in 15th, Shones in 17th. These drivers, remember, were caught in that lap traffic that the leaders had to endure with, so these drivers also endured the same. DeCurligan 21st. DeLonghier Polzer ends up 23rd after being involved in the crash. Downey is 26th. Cook in 28th. Rowan 31st. As we mentioned, Jennifer Beaver, the only chaser to retire, in the 40th position. We had 31 cars running at the end. It was a tire issue for Jim Gambit that took him out of this race. So at some point under that green flag run, he had a tire issue that took him out. See the rest of the field, and at the right side of the screen are the chase points. Remember, bottom 4 eliminated, and we're heading into the final race of the round, so you want to get yourself into a position here. I'm assuming most of the field is actually in this, as Jennifer Beaver had a bad day. She uses up all her points that she had gained, so she might be down into not really the danger zone, but she is still vulnerable heading into this final race of the round. Race 3 of round 1. It's a short track, so anything can happen. The Nike 300 at Iowa. See you guys then.